a new upcoming FX show called Little Demon.
Little Demon?
And mind you, FX is one of the many properties that Disney owns. Behind the title Little Demon, there's literally the official logo for the Church of Satan. That's basically a sigil of Baphomet. And so I went and Googled the official synopsis for this show, and it literally reads this: 13 years after being impregnated by the devil, a reluctant mother and her antichrist daughter attempt to live an ordinary life in Delaware, but are constantly thwarted by monstrous forces, including Satan, who yearns for custody of his daughter's soul. And it's literally normalizing and making the idea of Satanism and basically promoting it as something positive, as something cool, because that's essentially what the show does. This girl, the Antichrist, is likable. Satan, her dad, is portrayed as being like this like fun and like loose, cool dad, while her mother, who's this like crazy practitioner of witchcraft, like there's this one scene where she sits in this satanic circle, conducts like rituals, and there are like spells being cast as well, like these occult spells, you know, like she like speaking in tongues and shit. And then my question is, we the audience have no say in whether or not we want to be casted on.
That just goes to show the agendas, that the hidden agendas that Disney and all these other large corporations have.
You believe in demons and shit?
Demons? Hell yeah.
But when I was a little kid, I was watching TV, and then all of a sudden, the channel switches, bro. And it does the staticky shit. Shit you not, it's like a red face comes on the screen, bro, and it's like horns and shit like that. And I shit you not, I cut off my TV and I ran to my mom, bro. And dead ass, we went back in there, it was off. It was on Nickelodeon again. Bro, that shit, ever since then, that's when I believed in like demons and shit, bro. I swear to God.
You ever wonder what the last words of Satanists are on their deathbeds? The man you see right here is Anton LaVey. He is the founder of the Church of Satan in America. And on his deathbed, he said something that was a little frightening. These are his last words. Oh my, what have I done? There's something very wrong, there's something very wrong, there's something very wrong.
And on his deathbed, he must have got some revelation or an angelic appearance or something. And he went into shock and he said, oh my, what have I done? He said, there's something very wrong.
This is another famous occultic Satanist from the early 1900s. He is known as the father of the New Age movement, and also the father of the sexual and culture counter-revolution in the 60s and 70s, and also the drug revolution. This man's name is Aleister Crowley. He's an occultist, a warlock. He's been in many cults, and he created his own cults as well. According to witnesses, before he died, he would pace around his room. He looked frightened and worried. And these were his last words before he died. I am perplexed, aka I am confused.
We sold our soul to the devil? How else can you explain us being here on the planet?
Look, friends, selling your soul to the devil is not an easy task. I tried to do it one time, and I was told the best they could give me was a donation receipt for a tax deduction. Just kidding. But with that said, I am perplexed as to why anyone would assume that any of the people in that video are not just kidding, or metaphorically speaking. We live in the 21st century, not the 16th.
Okay, so you said you've met the devil before.
I have. I ain't gonna say they have. I can't talk for Paul and Juice and them.
But you have.
I have.
Okay.
And my deal was, I don't know if I should be able to tell you what my deal was. I don't know if I can get in trouble for that shit, Will. But my deal was the type of person I am. The shit that I talk about, I'm able to get away with it just because. I'm not serving him and I'm not giving him my soul, but it's not all about your soul. It's more about getting different people to believe in him instead of believing in the Lord. You get what I'm saying? They said he got cast down to earth because they didn't want him in heaven. And he's the son of the same person of Jesus. You get what I'm saying? Or God. And shit it's just crazy as fuck because, you know, people don't even search for shit like Muslims. Why do we don't like Caucasian people? You get what I'm saying? And we'll follow.
Do you want to know why Christians are so susceptible to conspiracy theories?
It's because Christianity is the ultimate conspiracy theory, and it's a gateway drug to even more insane beliefs. Nietzsche famously said it was Christianity which first painted the devil on the world's wall. It was Christianity that first brought sin into the world. Belief in the cure which it offered has now been shaken to its deepest roots, but belief in the sickness for which it taught and propagated continues to exist. Once you believe that a Jewish rabbi who was born of a virgin was actually the Christian God that made the universe, and there's a magical scary man running around the world tempting people and running the music industry, there's nothing you won't believe at that point. You are insane.
If you ask Siri if you can speak to the devil, right? She will say, "I'm listening."
Hey Siri, can I speak to the devil?
Sure, I'm here.
Type shit. So, because people program her to say these things. Siri, the only reason why she can respond to "Hey Siri" is because she's always listening.
Dead ass, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's
crazy. So
that's fucking weird,
just somebody
bro.
that always, like, you know, just listens to you.
Yeah, dog.
So one of my all-time favorite Coraline theories is the one that claims that her other mother, the one with the button eyes, the evil one, is actually the devil. For those of you who don't know, Coraline is the story of a young girl who moves into a new house in a new town with her parents, but both her parents are chronic workaholics, meaning all they care about is work, work, work. They barely acknowledge her, they barely pay attention to her, they give her no semblance of parental affection, and she ultimately craves that human authentic connection, right? She hungers for it. And so one day, Coraline conjures a portal that leads her into an alternative reality that's controlled and constructed by the devil, aka her other mother, to suit and fulfill all of her deepest desires. So in this world, she actually feels heard, seen, understood, and loved by both her parents, and that's all she ever really wanted, right? And all of it can be hers forever if she makes a deal with the devil. And what does the devil want in exchange? Her eyes. And what do the eyes represent? A window into the soul. The devil wants her soul.
And there's also parts in the album where you speak to Lucy, Lucifer,
the
devil. So you
it's trippy.
You see both sides of.
Yeah, man. It's when I go inside, I may do an after party. I see it all around, man. I may do an after party, and this is how I'll be able to write these records, because it's not just the positive energy that speaks to me, it's the negative too, it's the evils too, and we all have temptations.
Right.
You know, me, I'm just fortunate enough to translate them temptations through record.
Right.
You know, I always said this is truly a gift for me. Putting these records out is a gift for me, because I'm not only a voice for myself, but I'm a voice for people who can't express.
You have to check this out. You know how Saturn is the esoteric name for Satan, and Satanists like to worship the planet Saturn? Well, check how many company logos have Saturn in it. Here we go. Growing up, I never knew this logo was actually Saturn, never paid attention to it. DirecTV is Saturn's rings. The Nike logo is actually a ring of Saturn, and then you have Capital One Bank, which is also Saturn. We have this car logo. Then you have Toyota, which is Saturn, the ring and the planet in the middle. Another car logo, of course, this one's directly called Saturn. You got Katy Perry doing performances with Saturn. Here she is again with Saturn, aliens in the background. Even caught Pepsi here doing it at the Super Bowl halftime show. Got video game systems called Sega Saturn. Boeing's logo also has it. Is that just a basketball hoop, or is this Saturn again? These are just a few examples, but the more you research into it, so many company logos have Saturn. Like and follow.
Theory is Santa is actually image of Satan. In the words of like Illuminati. Okay, I'm not saying I believe in this shit.
Yeah.
Like this is a reach for me, but like Santa, if you reorganize the letters, What does it spell?
Yo, chill.
It spells Satan, bro.
Yo, nah.
All right. What's the color of the devil?
Nah.
The color of the devil is red.
No, bro.
All right. What is the devil attached to? Greed,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
And what is Christmas attached to? Having lots of things, having lots of, whether it be toys, whether it be like gifts, like you want to have a lot of something, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Christmas, no doubt was originally the celebration of Christ.
Yeah.
No doubt, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the theory is that
You know, this is all in the Vatican. You can see the head of this Antichrist coming out of this birth canal. The Vatican symbolizes the Antichrist returning to Earth. This is what they believe. Now, I'm not saying I believe it, but this is definitely what they believe. And they use us as their cattle, as a catalyst, to attempt to make this true. Pay attention.